Howdy, friends. My name is Julie. Welcome back to my channel. I wanted to say, like I'm always going to say, subscribe, pound down hard on that like button. If you have any comments or any questions, because this go round, we are going to be talking about tres, different items to be organized if you are a merchandise vendor. First, wanted to say shout out to Brooks. Thank you for my sweet little intro. I love it. He is at 955 WFMS in Indianapolis, Indiana. Again, thank you so much for my intro. I absolutely love it. And I feel like I'm kind of getting half into the swing of things here with the YouTube channel. I just was on an app and I filmed, as most of you know that do videos on a regular. I had a script all written out and now it's gone. So I'm kind of winging it this time. I really wanted to get a video out. And so it's going to be kind of a crazy video. But again, want to do 3 things when talking about being a merchandise vendor. I have actually been a farmer's market vendor. And first time was this last summer with everything being canceled with COVID. 2020 was my first summer doing farmers markets and they were fun. I did 3 a week with my biz partner and I. So we had a good time because everything was canceled, all the festivals, as you know, with COVID hitting. They changed things up a little bit at the farmers markets, as far as wearing masks, of course, and sanitizing, and they had all the rules, and they're very strict about who could come in and how many people could be there. And they were all outside, so it was awesome. It ended up being amazing. So there's that, and I've also done regular festivals. So I've been a merchandise vendor for, I would say, actually it was prior to 2016, but a few years, between 6, 7, 8 years. So know a few things about being a merchandise vendor and how to plan it and what to look for and things that I do year after year. So I have my trusty little book and I'm going to show you or talk about briefly what's in here and what I use it for. I have chemo brain. And I'm getting old. So I'm always about the Post-it note and writing things down. So I'll kind of go over briefly what I have in my little golden book here. But I wanted to, again, 3 things. I think, number 1, what? Number 1, have fun. With these festivals and even farmers markets, good music, great food, and the people watching, girl, please. I mean, if nothing else, the people watching is so entertaining. It's fun. They're watching me, I'm watching them, Number 2, make money. Duh. Is that a no-brainer? Making money, keeping track of your money. What did you start out with? I also keep track of how much is cash. How much is square? So you kind of know. The square is super popular now. So if you don't have a square, you best get one. Because a lot of people ask. People don't want to carry around a lot of cash. And guess what? If they find something in your booth that you made and they want to purchase it, if they don't have any cash, but you take cards, trust me, that's a for sure sale. Also Venmo, PayPal, the old standby, mention and make a sign. A lot of this may seem obvious, but to me, it's the real small details, and it'll actually maybe make or break what you're going to pull in or bring in for sales. And last but not least, numero 3, tres, is be organized. So that's where this comes in. And for me, it is, like I said, writing everything down, keeping records, whether it's, receipts for things you bought. I have a wagon, I have bins, I have a tarp or a tent that I use. And what did you spend? How much money did you spend bringing in, and how much money is going out? So being that I've been doing festivals for a while, I already have the tent. I already have the wagon. I already have the bins. I have a dolly, a smaller dolly. And if things get, keeping track of your mileage, the gas, what food you're eating. I mean, anytime you get to a festival, they always have the best foods. So keeping track of that too. Are you paying? There's a larger one in the Twin Cities that I do, and I've kept track of a couple part-time folks that help me out. And what did you pay them? And keep track of that so you can look year after year. What did you do? Now, I wanted to mention this one. This is a festival that I did, and it was in 2016. And it is, I would say maybe an hour from where I live. So basically, I write down the weather, and this one was in the 70s. There's no humidity, but it was really windy. Trust me, if you're a vendor, how windy it is makes a difference. Now, this summer with the farmers markets, we did a lot of things that blew away. We did ear savers, and we did lanyards, and we did masks. And if you don't have little stones or little rocks, which we have a ton of, everything's going to blow away. Your tent's going to blow away if you don't have weights on them. So this was a very windy, and it was the first Sunday in June. So I always include the weather. Again, the cash. What did you start out with? What did you make? And what was cash versus Square versus Venmo versus, what are your options? And don't have too many, otherwise it's just too overwhelming. If you have cash, charge, or the Square, and then one other item or one other way of making payments, either PayPal or Venmo, whichever, is more popular. Chances are they have one of those, so that's good. I always listed the location, and this one I would list, it's a beautiful park, and I also listed if it was a good booth setup, if it was was it a corner, was it in the middle, was it way at the end where you have to go all the way down to the end of the road to get to us. So I make note of that. How far away it is, the parking. What did they have for food vendors versus items that you purchase, like t-shirts or jewelry or flags or glasses or what have you. I also put the organizer down. Now, this particular festival, I've been going since 2016. And every year I donate a flag. Trust me, they will remember that. So every year I let them pick out a specific flag. So every year they have picked a different flag. And guess what? You see those flags every year, which is kind of cool. And if you have questions or if you have issues, something's going on, you're kind of going to be at top of the list, especially if you've made a donation, which, what does it cost me? $5, maybe? And they love it. And I love seeing the flags every year that I go. And this summer, fingers crossed, the festivals that I set up, and there's like between 12 and 15 that I do every summer, and that doesn't include the farmers markets. Hopefully they're going to be a go this year. I'll see the flags again, which is really cool. And this is another year, same festival, different year, 2017. Sometimes they kind of have a theme, or if it's the 10th annual or 15th annual or 20th annual, sometimes they'll have drawings. Sometimes they'll bring in a lot more people if they've been doing this festival, say 10 years, and this is the 10th year. They'll make a big deal about it and advertise as such. So, of course, that's going to bring more people, more money, more money. So, I also have brainstorm with your business partner or whoever it is that you're working with, and be organized. That's what I'm doing now. I'm working on a lot of different items that are handmade. I have different things that are handmade. I have things that are purchased every year that I couldn't make if I tried, and keeping track of that. And another thing is with the entrance fees with any festivals or farmers markets. Chances are, and if they don't have it or you don't know, make sure you ask. What are their fees, and is there a discount? Is there an early bird special? Because guess what? Chances are there is. And that's going to save you a lot of money throughout the summer. If you're doing 12, 13, I mean, in my case, 15, probably the summer, that's going to save you a lot of money. Say they charge you $100 typically, and they take $20 off if you register early, and they can get more vendors in that way, and it's going to save you money. And trust me, it's saving them money too, because they're going to get more vendors in, and that way they'll get more people in. And again, back to more money, more money. So those three things. Again, just kind of recapping. Have fun. I'm not going to do festivals if I can't have fun. I'm not going to do a farmer's market if I can't have fun. Number 2, always making money. No brainer. And number 3, be organized. So in my future videos coming up, I want to talk about, go into more detail of the different merchandise that I have, the different things that I do to stay organized. And it's a process, and it takes a long time being organized. And every year I have to refocus and get organized. So this year, again, fingers crossed that the festivals that I've been doing for the last 6 years will go on, and our COVID will get under control. So I also wanted to let you know that a lot of merchandise I have, whether I dumpster dive it, whether I hand make it, whether I purchase it because it's something I can't make, sew or crochet, I use, and a lot of you have probably heard of it, it's Depop, so DEPOP. Check that out. I'm going to try and list everything in the either beginning or the ending of the video. But any questions you have about being a vendor, any comments you have, be nice, but let me know. Most definitely down below. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys checking me out. And as always, make it a great day.